Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Ghost here, and today we're going to be going over what happened in the Heresy Act 1 development live stream. So we're going to start off hot and keep it pushing. So the first thing they talk about is, yes, we're going back to the Dreadnought. We get some key art coming up here. I'll show y'all real quick, chat. Like, this is sick. Look at that. My boy Org's up there in the top left. They got some eyes floating around, some taken subjugators. I didn't even peep that. Taken subjugators. I really want to know what Org is going to be in here. But they said the main cast is gonna be Eris Morn, her best man, aka her boyfriend Drifter. Drifter gonna be there, cause you know wherever Eris gonna go, Drifter gonna go. They got Sloan too. They said they're trying to mix up. I got a whole bunch of notes. If you guys see me looking to my right, it's on my monitor. They said they're mixing up the way they tell the story to move away from going to the helm and wanting to different projectors, talking to different people. You might find them out in the battlefield. They also made some brand new tech to help aid in this situation, so you won't have to be running back and forth to people to talk to a projection to a person that's already in the same room with you. Because if you guys remember in Revenant, the other day, go talk to Ida in the projector. The projector is to the right of her. She's literally like right next to you, but they want to talk to you. They don't want you to talk to the projection, which is literally right here. But that's gonna be gone hopefully. They said it's still gonna be there, but they're starting to move away from it. There is a new event that they didn't want to spoil, not like an actual like in-game event, but like an event that happens to, I believe they said Sloan, that pushes her to teach us how to like use taken energy. Because if you guys don't remember, in Season of the Deep, she had that new person, they had Asha, the freaking, was she a worm god? What was Asha again? Was Asha a worm god? I can't remember. I think she was, I'm not sure. But Asha was giving her like these taken powers because you don't remember Sloan. She was the Titan on Titan. She was the Titan on Titan, if I remember correctly. And they got swallowed away, and when she was swallowed by the darkness, she got a whole bunch of taken powers and stuff. So she's been able to control them and use them to her benefit. And because something happens to her, she then uses her power to teach us how to do the same thing with her with taken abilities. What I'm wondering, if you guys remember in D1, y'all remember the D1 taken armor? Y'all think they will bring that back? The D1 taken armor? Do y'all remember this armor? The D1 taken armor. And it had like the little emote with it. If they bring this back, I might cop. I'm dead serious. Yo, imagine if this was a dungeon armor. Imagine if this was the dungeon armor. I'd be so down. Anyway, but that's another thing they talked about. Another thing after that, they said there's a new activity called the Nether. So the Nether. The first thing I noticed when I saw this is we're finally getting a new arc machine gun. If you guys don't know, there's a severe lack of arc LMGs in this game. So I'm glad we're getting a new one. The new activity, the Nether, is going to be similar to the coil. I'll read what I put right here. Hold on. Here we go. There's a new activity, the new activity in Nether called the Nether. It has random objectives and random starting zones. Players do not regen health. They also said there's an extra 300 extra health, and I can't remember the amount of shields they said. They give you extra health and extra shields. And the abilities that do heal, so think heal clip, healing auto rifles, heal at a significantly lower rate. So if you're thinking, I'm just gonna hop in there with heal clip and be fine, no. I think like this dude was using a healing AR and it took him like basically a whole mag to get 25% of his health back. So you do not regen your health in here. So it's going to be similar to other roguelikes. I don't know if you guys have also played any roguelike games like Hades, Risk of the Rain. You don't regain your health just by regenerating it. If you get hit, it's gonna hurt. So the best way to get your health back, they said there's going to be different ways to get your health pickups. So similar to, I forgot what modifier it is that you have less health, but your health doesn't regenerate. You got to pick up orbs. It's going to be like that. You got to pick up orbs to regen. Ammo is going to be a lot more stricter, and there's also going to be boons to help you. So there aren't going to be any permanent boons. So not going to be those, but those, if you guys have played other Hades and other roguelikes, there's bones that you could boons. Good lord, there are boons that you can pick up throughout the run to pick up. There's one right here. Here's a great example. So right here, finishing Paracosm Siphon. Increases elemental damage dealt, corruption drains grenade energy. These are the different type of boons. They have major, minor, and corrupted boons. Corrupted boons are like boons that give you a really big bonus, but are also a really big downside. Major boons are large gameplay mods similar to the ones we have in the coil. So example, if you guys are in the Pale Heart often and you use the boon of the Traveler, the gift of travelers, if you use one, there's one in there that gives you a solar wave whenever you slide. They added a stasis one that does the exact same thing that makes stasis crystals. So similar like that. And the minor boons are basically like small stat bonuses, nothing too big, but you can stack them up to 10. So that's really good. So let's keep getting the gameplay and putting the game up. So you guys can keep hearing this.
Experience. It's also reflective of that.
Let's go back. Actually, no, let's go back and read these other two. I missed them.
Building up. How strong.
Finishing strand. Finishers grant a strand grenade which detonates into many unraveling projectiles.
You're moving through.
Okay. Let's see what this third one is. Finisher final blows convert your next thorn grenade into a bonus fragmentation grenade. So that's really cool.
It's also reflective of that narrative.
All right, so while I keep reading, we're gonna keep reading. Leave this up in the background. They said the urns and pots are also gonna be returning from coil as well, but you don't have to chase them to get the high score. Or at least I don't believe so. They did say there are gonna be world chests in here as well, similar to the coil. The urns and pots will, when broken, they'll give you revive tokens as well that they did in the coil. There's health in there, ammo, and some boons as well. So you're going to really want to look for those. So channel your inner link, break those stuff. This is some gameplay of the Arc turret, the new Ionic turret that Warlocks did for the new aspects. Really excited about that. Got some builds coming for those. Keep scrolling. They did say that the Echo has changed the Dreadnought, similar to these weapons, by the way. Look at these weapons, bro. Look at this weapon when he reloads it. It looks so nice, bro. It looks so, like the freaking peeled back weapon attack. Oh, look at it. It's like peeling back the bone of the skin. It looks so nice. Similar to what it's doing to the weapons in this gameplay. The Dreadnought, the Echo is causing the Dreadnought to basically shed its skin and leaving like bones. If you guys did not know, the Dreadnought is made of a worm god. So, looks really cool. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see these weapons. I think the strand one right here that you guys can see, it's called, let's see, he goes over it later in the video. So when he gets to it, I'll talk to you about it. So let's talk more about the Nether activity. The Nether activity will have three game modes, 3 versions, I'm sorry. You'll have the regular, I think they call it exploration mode. Yeah, Nether exploration. It's to explore the Dreadnought if you want to look around and tend to kind of treat it like a patrol zone. The Dreadnought is not a patrol zone, which kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping to go back and see the Dreadnought again. It would have been really cool, but it's not. Kind of disappointed. But you can basically like walk around and see the area of what the Dreadnought looks like. If you want to do that, it has a lot more revive tokens. The modifiers change to make it easier while you're exploring, and if you do get lost, you can pull your ghost out to figure out where to go. Matchmade mode is advanced, and then expert is going to be there probably with no matchmaking. There will be loot in between each run, so there's going to be multiple runs you're going to be doing in the Nether. In doing so, you'll be able to drop in, drop out. They kind of like explain them as bubbles, is what I like. They kept calling them. They called them bubbles. And they said each bubble took like 8 to 12 minutes. So you could drop in, get your loot, and leave. But the best loot is going to be at the end if you lock in and finish it. I think they said it's going to be like 4 bubbles per run. I can't remember correctly exactly what they said, and I did not write it down. I apologize. Here it is.
Sometimes boons. Yeah.
So let's talk about the auto rifle you see here. Hold on.
Are using revive tokens here as a reason time as major boons.
Here's more buffs, by the way. Boom, Paracausal Siphon, increase elemental damage dealt. The corruption drains grenade and class ability energy.
Can only obtain 5 to 6.
Trying to find the auto rifle gameplay while we do this.
Those are granted to players.
Here it is. So, right here, Adamantine is a strand healing auto rifle. They said for this one specifically, yeah, here it is right here. It's kind of hard to see because they gotta scroll down, because the clip is in the way. It says hip firing at allies while this weapon is charged heals them with rapid healing, increasing allies weapon damage and spawning unraveling projectiles. So that's really cool. They also, this one, if you guys don't notice, right here has the King's Fall origin trait, runneth over. They never really gloss over what this origin trait does. I'm assuming this is what they talked about with this is the heretical arsenal, by the way, with these tiered versions of weapons as we get closer and closer. It's new frontiers, which I'm really excited about. They did say there will be weapon focusing, so I'm also super excited about that.
Let's look at Psychopomp. So
Oh,
this thing has a really cool new perk on it.
Wait, no. While dealing damage or defeating targets with this rampant, you gradually.
We'll also talk about in a bit.
I can't freaking read. I can hear this right here. Rolling Storm. Final blows grant bolt charge, while amplified final blows grant an additional bolt charge. So there you go. I was trying to type this while not looking at my keyboard and only typing so I can make sure I get it all done. But overall, I'm excited. These look sick. These weapons look amazing, by the way. Like amazingly amazing. Can't wait to use them. Then they talk about the artifact mod. The artifact is the Tablet of Ruin, and they said that the theme of this is subjugation and bending enemy star will. There's a bunch of artifact mods that we are low in love that I can't wait to use personally. But let's get to it right here because they talk a whole bunch about the new artifact mod, the new aspects that we already know about. But let's talk about the Tablet of Ruin. Tablet of Ruin. For the regulars, for the first slot, you can already see we got linear, unstoppable linear, and regular fusion rifle. Overload MG, you love to see it. Anti-barrier sniper and sidearm W, and unstoppable glaive. I really need to see how these glaive reworks work to make me even think about using it. I might be using it though, especially since consecration got nerfed. So you're gonna need something new for unstoppable champions. If you guys look in the top right, yes, you see it correctly. Particle deconstruction is back, and I'm assuming this is special finisher. Can't wait to see more use out of that, especially in the nether game mode. You have Void Flux. Defeating weakened targets with Void Weapon applies volatile to nearby targets. Powerful targets increase the radiance of explosions. You imagine this with a collective obligation? This will go stupid.
Defeating weakened targets with a Void Weapon applies volatile to nearby targets, and then you pair that with the column 4.
Malign Harvest. Rapidly applying volatile causes your next instance of Void Weapon damage to create a weakening burst. They're just super juicing collective obligation here.
And rapidly applying volatile causes your
and then Horse Shuttle. Horse Shuttle states damaging unraveled targets with this weapon occasionally spawns a threadling. I remember they had this back when Instant Light was around. Or you can boost it too, threadling several targets that they damage. That's gonna go crazy. So you can do this with freaking Final Warning and use that Final Warning threadling build when Warlock would go crazy. Flash over. When you gain maximum bolt charge, you also become amplified and lightning bolts dealing more damage. If you guys did not know, they are buffing amplified. So like they'll basically said you're gonna be a lot harder to hit while you're amplified, similar to Manticore and also the Skulking Wolf origin trait. That'd be really cool. I'm interested to see what the rest of these do. Really looking forward to this artifact mod. I thought it would be a lot more arc stuff, but I mean from what I've seen a couple arc mods. You got that one's got lightning in it. That one's got arc in it. Arc. This looks like arc related. This one looks arc related. So we got some arc ones in here. Similar arc and void. Oh, by the way, yes, Vaulted Glass weapons are getting reprised, so feel free to go jump right back into Vaulted Glass. They got a new origin trait called Time Lost Magazine. Final blows with this weapon grant bonus super energy. When your super expires, this weapon magazine is doubled for a long duration and reloads from reserves. Fire origin trait. I want to see what they did for this elemental honing thing.
In some of these previews, but Vaulted Glass is getting crafting.
Yes.
He scrolled over for a second.
Goes wild.
Yeah.
You can go get
I'm trying to see what the perk does.
Get it a couple times as a deep sight, craft it, and then you can make that roll. That
He's being real careful not to show this perk.
As you're going through Vault, let's say you want to go through and craft like 5. Doing this for the last few raids available, then you can hop.
Show us the perk. Show it
for those adept versions, and those have a chance to drop with multiple or more perks in those columns. We've been doing this for the last few.
Yo, this is gonna go crazy. Depending if this rocket has Envious Arsenal bait, Hezen Vengeance might be the best rocket in the game. Yep. So this is I'm assuming the episodical exotic craftable weapon called Barrow Dyad. I was not expecting them to show us this early, because normally they don't show this until either the Act 3 stream or the Act 2 stream. The fact that they're showing us this in the Act 1 stream gets me kind of excited. Granted, now that I think about it, they might be showing it to us because they said the Act 2 is going to be fairly short. They said actually it's going to be, I think they said 3 weeks instead of like the full month and some change. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it does help.
Let's just let them play
So
the video
Pharaoh
about this.
Dyad
This
is
looks
a-
sick, by the way.
Is that a gun?
I want to
Is that
read
a-
this though. Panic response. This weapon generates blight as it deals damage. While not firing, blight depletes. While not firing, blight depletes, and the weapon magazine is gradually refilled. Reload the weapon to convert stored blight into blight seekers.
Is that actually a gun?
It's
This
hybrid
looks sick, by
gun
the way.
sort of.
Our art team does not mess around, man. That's so cool. Yeah.
So
Taking divergence, this weapon resonates with your choices. Hitting three different targets generates a large amount of blight. Blighted seekers bore through targets.
So this thing is a strand submachine gun, and it is also a monster in combat. So this thing, as I deal damage with it, it generates this resource called blight. And next time I reload, whether it's manual or I just run out of my mag, it's going to convert that blight into these strand seekers that next time I pull the trigger, it's going to fire those out, and they're going to bounce between enemies.
Here we go. Yep. So we got some gameplay of this right now, actually.
Yes. So, but you can also see it.
He just juking everything.
The Grim is a paid actor, obviously.
Tonight is snow.
You can also see that this thing auto reloads over time. So this thing, rumor is it's partially sentient.
Yeah.
It has its own wants and
It
needs.
wants to kill.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you satisfy it, it's going to reward you.
Yeah.
So look how fast that ammo comes back. So what you can actually do is play this mini game where you
Dog,
are
that is so
trying
sick.
to shoot enemies.
I just can't get
to
over the
build up
look of this
that
weapon. It's like the one of the coolest looking weapons they've made it in like ages.
Just pace yourself to auto reload to build up more blight, and then manually reload to like load all those like seekers into your mag. In addition, it has this perk where dealing damage to 3 different enemies generates in a short period of time. Generates a large amount of blight.
Very nice. Okay. So equal opportunities to go ahead and clear out crowds, but also to just burn down the big bad that might be standing in front of you, or whichever one's.
That's gonna
foolish
be
and
insane, bro.
So there are going to be player questions immediately of like, when you're talking about blight and those sorts of keywords, is this a weapon of sorrow?
That's a great question. It is not a weapon of sorrow, but
Oh, it's not a weapon of
I
sorrow.
heard another rumor that this thing is a kind of fossilized precursor to a weapon of sorrow.
Interesting.
But I can't, confirm.
Redacted.
This, one of our top 3 favorite words, redacted.
Redacted.
Okay, so this is the one, and we won't spoil how, but players will be earning this one this season. It'll have.
And then now that we got that, let's get, because they go right into the season pass exotic, which I'm really excited about.
Exotic
The
trace
Lodestar.
rifle Lodestar.
So
Hold on, they
this
skirted over Palindrome real quick. Let me see if they got any new perks on it.
Today.
Yeah, let's also look at our new.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Recycled energy. That's the new perk. Master of Arms with a hand cannon is gonna go crazy. By the way, I can't wait to use that on a freaking 140. Is gonna go crazy.
Lodestar. So this.
That's not Luna's.
Will be given to players via the season.
So just to give you a quick representation of what this primary ammo, yes you heard me, primary ammo trace rifle is. It is an arc primary trace rifle that fires at a regular trace rifle beam in hipfire mode, but if you're ADS, it fires a low latency arc beam with enhanced stability and accuracy when ADS. So you can it pulses it on and off basically. I thought it was gonna be like literally like a actual pulse rifle, but no, it's like an actual like pulse on, pulse off trace rifle ADS from what I saw from the gameplay. That's really cool. I'll let them explain how it works.
Primary ammo trace rifle ever.
So cool.
And
I'm so excited.
So
let me read this too. Dealing arc damage from any source aligns the battery coils. When alignment is complete, hold R to disengage the safety. Enable hipfire starlight beam to apply jolt to any targets damaged for a short time. Aim down sights to slow the rate at which the battery drains. They also said that if you kill, I think they said if you defeat an enemy, with the ADS mode of this weapon, it explodes them, and I believe they said in a blinding area. So that'll be really cool. I was worried like I can't combine this with the fragment that makes it so you explode in blinding light when you kill a kill with a special or heavy weapon. But it already does that, so that's really cool. I might replace this when I get it within my cold hard build.
Fire, this thing behaves like a, the trace rifle you know and love. But when you ADS with it, it's closer to a pulse rifle, actually.
Okay.
When you ADS, your standard pulse rifle has this kind of cadence where it's prap, prap, prap. There's like these kind of spaces in between the rounds coming out. But this thing is more the steady, EDM, BPM.
Here we go. Yeah, so players are seeing it now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're womp, 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 womp.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And it's like it's nonstop until you run out of ammo, right?
So we got burst sidearms, burst hand cannons.
That's so cool, bro.
Your pulse rifles. And now we got a burst trace rifle.
A burst trace rifle is something I never really thought of.
Yeah. So outside of this unique firing behavior, as I deal damage with it, you can see down in the bottom left corner we have.
You kind of already went over that. So let's skip to the new reprised weapons. I don't really care about these weapons, if I'm being honest with you. Cold Denial and Whispering Slab is coming back. This is them talking about the trials rework. I don't really care, but we already made a video about it anyway. But yes, Cold Denial is coming back.
Don't still have.
I can't remember what weapons was this season. Was this This wasn't Season of the Drifter, right? I'm not tripping. Was it Season of the Drifter? I know this is when what? Season of Arrivals. Yeah. Season of Arrivals. Because so all the what weapons were these? Because I don't really care about these. This is like the first, which kind of sucks too. Because of course the first time they bring back a set of reprised weapons and they're dropping all of them at the same time, I don't care about this set like at all. I don't think there's a single weapon from this set that I still use besides Falling Guillotine. And I doubt they're going to reissue Fallen Guillotine again since it just came out with Into the Light. I don't think they'll reintroduce it again. So we'll see, but I don't really care. The origin trait is called Paracausal Fluid. It seems like another version of Amalon Fluid Dynamics. Gain handling and mobility when damaging targets with this weapon. I'm tripping. This is not Amalon Dynamics at all. Gain bonus handling and mobility when damaging targets with this weapon. Swords to gain increased charge rate while this perk is active. They got Paracausal Fluid, and that they got Head Seeker, Tunnel Vision with ricochet rounds, and Hammer Forge rifling. That's not bad. This is a high impact pulse rifle. They just got nerfed. We don't care about this. What I am excited for, I'm excited for that comp pulse rifle. That PXR 55 frame, I'm going to be in comp for that pulse alone. They got that. The only ones they showed is Cold Denial and Whispering Slab. I don't really care about either of these. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. They talk about some of the dungeon information. If you guys are interested in the Day 1 dungeon, let me know. I hope you guys, if anyone are running that, please let me know. I would love to watch. I cannot run in this dungeon for reasons, but sucks, but it's okay. But this is then they talk about a Star Wars collab. Y'all see it. Y'all want to buy it. I ain't going over. I'm not advertising nothing else about this because I don't care about Star Wars and I'm not putting silver into this game for outfits. I'm not doing it. I'll buy it 2 years from now when it's in the Bright Dust store, like they did for the Assassin's Creed set. So but yeah, that's pretty much everything they went over. Once again, I'm sorry for my voice. It kind of sounds weird. I can hear it now as I'm recording. I apologize. But yeah, I can't really do anything about it. So this will go up on Wednesday if you guys missed anything. Hope you guys have a good one. Thank you.